So now you can see how it all starts coming together. We welded that all down in here. We're going to grind the heads off of those, and then we're going to weld it a second time to get all the in-betweens. Because you want it to be welded solid, in this case, because we know why water and humidity piles up in there. So that just sits in behind. We didn't leave much meat in there, so we should be good. But once this is all welded solid, it'll be great. And we might do just like a bead seam sealer, but we'll see once we weld it a second time. See how all the beads are. So we basically started in the hole and kind of brought them up, catch the piece. Now this is where I had mentioned it was rotten, so we were only going to weld it to here. So I went ahead, cut that out, made this piece. There's our cutout. You can see that shape there. So I basically just kind of marked where it was roughly. And I took the flat plate once I knew it would fit in nice, except for here. And I opened a vise. I ran my vise here and here. I just kind of gently knocked it in with a hammer. I used a hammer like this in this case. And I kind of went this way on the vise and just slowly got to where we were close to the shape. I wonder if we can catch that at all. Might be hard to see until we grind it. But basically, you'll have that shape and it'll kind of be here, but it'll go to nothing, which is what the other one did. We didn't probably go quite as far, but this is butt welded in. So what that means is we fit it in snug. We took a little bit off the edge, just using one of these roll locks on a grinder. And then we beveled the edge ever so slightly, but there was enough of a gap in there that it's completely butt welded and it's solid. And then here we just cut it off. There's a little indent where the screw goes. I think I can grab a couple little washers, make something up in a pair of pliers and make that, but realistically we're going to make our own piece that closes this hole up. We're going to have it come up here, and we'll do like a bend on the back side so it has a rolled edge, like a finished edge. Now here's our piece that was in the car originally. So we ground it. We did find a little rust up here, like I said we would. So we cut that off. We made this little piece, set it in back. It's welded real solid. There's enough weld there that it should grind off almost flush. And I mean, as long as it's close, because our lid's going to come up about halfway and come across here. We're going to have a bump here no matter what we do. Now, if you wanted this bump to go right across, you could come in here and fill this with weld and grind the shape. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might, but I mean, we're not really that worried about it, so I think we're good. But the main thing with this piece, you really want that to fit in like so that it goes in all the way around nice and snug. Now when I push that in, it pushed this whole thing just gently up slightly, and that's okay because we haven't done our outer skin yet. So when we do our outer skin, we can kind of adjust in here, in and out before we weld it. Seems like a lot of stupid little stuff, but it's all the stuff you got to do for it to all work out. That goes there. And then we'll put our screws in, and that just basically holds the lock in place. This piece being real hard like that, we put a lot of weld right here to join those two together and build it up a little higher so it'll be flush. But also, that gives it the strength because of all the shapes. So as soon as you put shape in something, it's strong. Where you could have came off of here and went straight across like an L shape and then it'd be floppy, but then nothing's going to sit on the rubber, which is going to sit right against here all the way down. That's why we welded this really well and added weld. We want to make sure that's flat. You know, you don't want water coming in the back. I mean, this car will likely never see rain again, but if you get caught in the rain going home from a show or something, it'd be nice. So that's basically it. That's where we're at. Everything is pretty good. Had to unbend and rebend a little bit. Can't remember which one. Now when we welded it in the middle, it kind of pulled this up a touch. But when we make our skin, that's going to sit right back down here where it should be. And then when we fold it over and weld it, that'll be fine. Like it's moving kind of the whole thing, so we should be okay there. We left enough of a tolerance that we're good. And you know, 1963, as good as Cadillacs were, because they're one of the best, as far as fitment goes, they're built pretty well. But it's not like today. Stuff back in the day was sloppy and whatnot. There was tolerances and rubbers that were to suit that. So we should be good. I come back here, you can see that whole inner structure. I obviously got the ends to do. But that's it for now. Cheers.